Pickle Planners. In today's video, we're going to show how to make a reservation. We're going to start with the most basic reservation and then just continue to add variances of making a reservation, many of which are controlled by administrative settings. And then we're also going to show how administrators can allocate courts for certain events and put that on the schedule, as well as set up joinable events. And it's going to be great. I can't wait. So let's get started. All right, so first we're going to show making a reservation from a member's perspective. Now, for the purpose of this video going forward, all member activities will be shown on a mobile device and all admin activities will be shown on a desktop computer. So this member is going to come in here and click Reserve Court. And today is May 8th. Let's click the 11th and we'll take this slot from 8 o'clock to 9:30. And we'll scroll down and we'll just click Complete. This is a basic reservation where the member gets a reservation confirmation email. If they go to their My Reservations page, it will show the listing there. All right, next we'll show what it looks like when a member needs to reserve multiple courts. If the organization allows it, they can just select the whole block and click Complete. And once again, the confirmation email shows all 3 courts, and the My Reservation page shows that as well. All right, next we'll pick something on court 5 and we'll scroll down, and let's say that we know the names of the people playing. We're going to play with 3 other people, so we'll add the 3 other members. So it's assumed that all of these people have already created their own Pickle Planner account and are in the system. So we'll add them here and click Complete. And the nice thing about this is now everybody on the reservation will get an email confirmation, and every person will be able to log into their Pickle Planner account and see it in their My Reservations page as well. All right, jumping back to that exact same reservation, let's see what it looks like if they add an event message. So we'll say, Nicole, don't forget your speaker, and click Complete. And in this case, the reservation confirmation email shows that message from Rachel as well as on the listing itself. All right, next, if your organization allows for guests, you can set that up, and then there will be this Add Guest button. So first, we'll just show adding anonymous guests. Click Complete. The confirmation email shows that there are 2 guests, and the listing shows that as well. Another option for adding guests is to enforce the one making the reservation to add the guest's name. So in this case, we'll have 1 other member and again 2 other guests. The first one will be Janelle, and the other one will be Kim. And in these cases, the reservation confirmation email shows the names of these guests, and the listing does as well. All right, next, let's talk about editing a reservation. Now, to add or remove players, as long as the reservation is in the future and you're the one who made the reservation, or you're an admin, you can click this Add Player icon and click Add Member and add whichever members you'd like. You can type the name to auto-filter it down. You could add a guest as well if you wanted to. And when you click Save, now everyone who has been added or removed from the reservation will get an email indicating as such. All right, next we'll talk about editing the reservation itself. You click this pencil icon to do that. And instead of court 1 from 8 to 9:30, let's change it to court 2 from 8:30 to 10. We'll scroll down and click Update. And at this point, everyone who's playing on the reservation will get another email showing them that the reservation has changed, where the changes are highlighted in blue. And everyone's My Reservation page will show the updated listing. Next, we'll show canceling a reservation. You just simply click the trash icon on the listing and optionally add a reason for the cancellation. Click Delete. And now everyone who was playing gets an email indicating that the reservation has been canceled and the reason why. All right, next we'll talk about imposing limits on your members. The first one is the max hours per day. Now you have to be an admin to set these limits. So we're logged in as an admin. We'll go to the membership tiers page. We just have one tier here called the member tier. We'll click edit and we'll scroll down to the max daily time limit and set it to 2 hours. Click save. Now, when a member goes to reserve a court, if they make a reservation for 2 hours, that's great. But if they exceed it, it will give them an error message as to why they cannot continue. Next, we'll set the max number of concurrent courts. Again, we are logged in as an admin. In the membership tiers page, we'll click edit and set the max number of concurrent courts to 2. Click save. And then from the member's point of view, if they make a reservation for up to 2 courts, that's great. But if they try for more, it will give them an error message and as to why they cannot continue. 3 courts, 5 courts, anything more than 2 courts would give them an error message. All right, next we'll talk about imposing a max number of reservations per week on your members. Logged in as an admin, we'll go to the membership tiers page, click edit, and change the max per week set to 2 reservations. Click save. And then now, from a member's perspective, today is Wednesday, so let's make another reservation for later this afternoon. It's about noon at the time of this recording. So this one's set for 4 p.m. And we'll make another reservation for tomorrow, Thursday. And we'll take a look at our My Reservations, and we can see our 2 reservations here. And when we go to reserve a 3rd reservation for the week, it will tell us we cannot continue on and why. Same thing for Saturday and Sunday as well. But note that the weeks begin on Monday and end on Sunday. So if you try to make a reservation for that following Monday, it will let you because in Pickle Planner's eyes, that is the beginning of a new week. Next, we'll talk about the maximum number of outstanding reservations. Again, logged in as an admin on the membership tiers page. We're going to set the max number of reservations per week to unlimited, and then we're going to set the max active sessions or outstanding sessions to 2. And an outstanding session is defined as a reservation that hasn't happened yet. It's still in the future. So back to our member point of view, when Rachel goes to her My Reservations page, we still have those 2 reservations for later this afternoon and tomorrow. And this time, when we go to reserve a court, we're on that following Monday. And this time, it will not let her because that would be a 3rd outstanding reservation. So in order to make a 3rd reservation, she wouldn't be able to do so until this reservation later this afternoon at 4 o'clock recedes into the past. All right, next let's talk about reservations that cost money. We have a whole video dedicated to this, but we're just going to at least touch up on one basic reservation that costs money. So back on the tiers page, we'll set the flat rate for this tier to $10 an hour. Click save. Now, when a member goes to reserve a court, we are showing 30-minute increments here, which is why each of these blocks shows 5. So if we make a reservation for an hour and a half, that'll be $15. And instead of clicking complete, we click checkout, where we can enter our credit card and pay the organization. And as always, a reservation confirmation email goes out showing that the reservation has been paid for, and that is also indicated in the listing. And if that member clicks on the paid icon, they can see the details of that invoice. All right, next we'll talk about setting up events. So first we'll show you how to allocate a court for an event. So from the administrator's point of view, let's go to the next Monday, the 13th, and let's fast forward to 5 p.m. and let's set up open play. It's going to span all 6 courts from 5 to 8. So first we're going to make this public. We're going to give it a display name override of open play. We're going to set this up as a recurring event. Let's just say for the next 8 weeks on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can set this to every other week if you'd like. And we'll say done. You can optionally add an event message. We'll say players must rotate using the paddle rotation system. And we're showing how to add a link. So you do square brackets for the text and then parentheses for the link itself. And then we can add an event color. We'll say this is blue. This just kind of makes it stand out amongst the other reservations, and we'll remove ourselves from the reservation since we're not actually playing in it. We're just blocking it off for this event. And we'll click complete. And then now if we go to the calendar, we can see this recurring event for what's left in May here. And if we click on one, we can see the event message with a link to this paddle rotation system. And then now if a member is off to reserve a court and they are looking to reserve on Monday during that time, when they come across this time frame, they will see that the courts have been allocated for open play. And if they want to know more about it, they can click on it and see the details. Next, we'll set up a joinable event. And again, we have videos dedicated to this specifically, but let's at least do one just to kind of get a feel for it. So we'll click Reserve Court. And this time we'll go to Tuesday and we'll say that we're going to set up a round robin that's just going to take up 4 courts from 5 to 7. So again, we'll make it public, but this time we're going to say allow others to join, give it a max number of people of 20. We can optionally send an invite email that'll only go out to people who have opted in for notifications. We can optionally get notified anytime someone joins. And we can optionally exclude certain membership tiers from joining this. We'll say this is a member only event. And the joinable date we'll say is 10 days before the event is the first time a member can join. If you have payment integration enabled, you can associate an entry fee. We'll say $10. Now, note that we're excluding non-members, but if we weren't, we could set up a different fee for our other tiers. And let's give this a display name override of round robin. And we'll say we want to track the check-in status. So as people arrive, we want to mark people as arrived so we know who we're still waiting on. And then if we wanted to count this event against those users' play limits, we could do that, but we won't. So let's set this up for recurring every Tuesday and Thursday for the next 4 weeks, we'll say. Click done. And we'll add an event message. We'll say check in with Derek when you arrive. And let's give this a different color than the open play. We'll give this one, we'll go purple. But again, we're taking ourselves off the reservation. And we'll click complete. And then now when we go to the calendar, we can see this joinable event in purple. And if we look at the weekly view, we'll go to the week where these start and scroll down, we can see kind of what's going on these events. Now, as a member logs into the homepage and they scroll down, they can see these joinable events right from the homepage. And if they choose to join, they can simply click the join button. And if there was no entry fee, that's all that they would have to do is click join. But since there's an entry fee, it's going to have them pay for that entry fee. And once again, they'll get a confirmation email showing that they are paid for the event. A couple miscellaneous things I wanted to add. One is public versus private reservations. So as an admin, if you go to the configuration page and go to the advanced settings, there's this all reservations are public toggle switch. If you turn that on and click save, then from that point forward, anytime a member makes a reservation, they'll make it as they normally would, but down here they'll see this make public toggle switch turned on. They cannot turn it off, and that indicates that this reservation will be public. And the net result of that is that instead of seeing the word reserved for each reservation, all members will be able to see exactly who is playing and on what court. The next thing I wanted to talk about was this custom confirmation email verbiage. So on the admin settings configuration page, there's this section for adding a custom message, and that message will be appended to all reservation confirmation emails. All right, well, that's our video on making a reservation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.